The last thing I'll ever think of doing again in my life is to bleach my skin.
So 2 weeks ago, I developed the confidence to stop bleaching my skin and be confident in myself.
I went from this to this.
I am not with Metro anymore. I am with AT&T.
More and more dark skin women are falling back in love with their complexion. They're ditching the bleaching creams, saying no to the so-called skincare, and stepping out in their full melanin. And you know what? This is very beautiful to see. I mean, personally, when I scroll on TikTok and come across any of these videos, I always make sure to stop and watch to the end because I always want to see what the end result is like. It's almost as if these women will suddenly hit to the realization that there's beauty in the dark skin. And I'm so here for it. So let's discuss this in today's video. Let's talk about how we got here, what is driving this return, if this return is just a trend or if it's for real. Also, what difference this return is making on the large percentage of women who bleach their skin in Nigeria, as well as the impact this return is making on the younger generation of dark skin girls. Let's get into it. Hey guys, Nachima here. Just wanted to say before we proceed with this video that you consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. No pressure though. Let's get back into it. How did we get here? There's definitely a lot of things that led to this point of people bleaching and returning back to their complexion. I mean, let's be honest, growing up dark skin wasn't exactly easy.
Think you got it bad? Let's talk about growing up dark skin before the great shit. Imagine seeing a baby and instead of first like saying, oh my gosh, this baby, they're so cute. It's like, what a mighty dark baby you got. She's so dark. She's so dark. Ah!
In Nigeria, there was a lack of representation in media, in Nollywood movies, and in music videos as well. Dark skin girls were being told that they weren't pretty or that they would be pretty if they were lighter.
Now God go punish you. God go punish you.
And skin bleaching was so encouraged even by family members, especially our Nigerian aunties. Yeah, we gotta give it to them.
So my mom bleaches her skin. I'm the darkest in the family. I have been getting told to bleach my skin since I was like 8.
Bleaching was so encouraged in my house. Like, at one point my dad was like, I'm sick of you being so dark. Like, you literally need to start bleaching.
All of this can be placed under the umbrella of colorism, the discrimination of people, women in this case, based on their skin color. Colorism is sadly the reason why a lot of women, even in 2025, still feel very insecure about their dark skin. The most heartbreaking is the impact that it has on young dark skin girls. Little girls who, through no fault of theirs, were born dark skin, have to live this cruel reality of colorism. It is the reason why many of these young girls succumb to skin bleaching, and the few who don't continue to strive mentally, physically, and emotionally to build their confidence and embrace their complexion. But thankfully, a lot of the girls are returning home. So let's discuss what's driving this return. This return can be attributed to a lot of things. Firstly, social media, which granted us the opportunity to see dark skin being celebrated through influencers and content creators who wore their dark skin across their different social media platforms. Celebrities have also had a part to play in this return. Actresses like Viola Davis, Lupita Nyong'o, Beverly Naya, and my personal favorite, Thames, have made melanin the center stage by showing up unapologetically in their dark skin. There's also the generational shift that is happening where more mothers, sisters, aunties are telling young girls that they are beautiful as they are.
I got the shoes. I got the dress. I made me a princess. I guess.
Are you a princess?
Yeah.
Okay, good girl.
Even brands becoming more inclusive have also contributed to this return. But personally, I believe that at the core of this return are the dark skin girls who didn't succumb to skin bleaching, because these are the girls that we now see as content creators and influencers that are inspiring young girls to embrace their complexion. These are the girls who are now actresses and singers that are showing up in their dark skin. These are also the girls that are now mothers, sisters, and aunties that are telling young girls that they are beautiful in their dark skin. And we can't even talk about inclusivity in the makeup industry without mentioning creators like Gloria and the huge impact she has had in this category.
A contour. A contour. This is the darkest shade of the Sephora Collection Contour in the shade number 4, Tan to Deep. And again, this cannot be where we stop.
We wouldn't have a voice like hers in this space if she had been part of the girls who succumbed to skin bleaching earlier. But I won't overlook the fact that there's a minute part of this return that has stemmed from women becoming more aware of the dangers of skin bleaching, as well as the emotional exhaustion of constantly using these products to hide their true complexion.
The hydroquinone and the mercury contained in those bleaching products are absorbed directly into your bloodstream.
And while all of that is valid, an important question to ask is this return just a trend or is it for real? I noticed that there were a lot of these return videos shared in 2024. The caption on one of the return videos that I watched read, "Okay, let me jump on this trend." And I was like, oh, so it's actually a trend.
What?
This return trend may have started at a time when social media decided to see the dark skin as cool, showering it with so much love and attention that didn't go unnoticed.
Everybody now likes dark skin, but I used to be dark skin with dreads like this, muscular. But because of you people now, I bleach. Yes.
The fact that some of these return videos might have been shared in the hopes of receiving some of this fleeting love and attention for the dark skin definitely ticks the just a trend box. And sometimes we don't even get to see this love when there's comments like, "You look more beautiful before than now," flooding the comment section. Another concerning part of this return being just a trend is the fact that some ladies who apparently quit bleaching have now returned to it. In other words, the trend is over, so bye-bye dark skin.
I decided to stop the drinking, but when I realized the owner of the bar have a family to feed, I continued.
And there are crazy comments applauding this reverse return, if I can call it that, saying bleaching was the best decision you've ever made, sweetheart. Really? Really, girl? Okay. But let's move on from this sad part and talk about the part that actually brings me joy, the real part. Because as much as we're seeing a lot of this craziness happening, there's no doubt that a large part of this return is actually for real. There are a lot of these girls in these videos who are truly embracing their natural skin, not because they want to get likes and views, but because they truly want to get back to who they really are.
The last thing I'll ever think of doing again in my life is to bleach my skin. I'm a skincare vendor, but before I started selling skincare products and before I had knowledge of skincare, I was using lightening products that really damaged my skin. I'm glad I was able to solve my skin issues, and this is what my skin looks like now.
These girls aren't just sharing their return journey, they are also inspiring a lot of girls to do the same.
So I took it upon myself to go through this skincare journey, to build an healthy skin for myself, and also to tell people out there that that road that they're about to take, it does not end well.
I can honestly say that there's true healing happening for some of these girls, at least to an extent, because there are still some of them who chat skincare vendors up, complaining that they are now too dark and want to get 2 shades lighter. Please, but the ones who are truly healing are rediscovering skincare and learning to treat their skin with healthy skincare products.
This is how I fixed my skin after damaging it with a bleaching product. I started using CeraVe foaming cleanser, alpha arbutin from The Ordinary. I also used niacinamide from The Ordinary, La Roche-Posay Triple Repair moisturizing cream, and I paired all this with a sunscreen.
My personal favorites are videos where these ladies share products that actually bleach and warn others against using these products. You know, so people don't say that they were unaware that they were using bleaching products.
When I say bleaching product, I don't mean only cream. Maybe you know we have bleaching soaps. We have oil that can bleach your skin. Kojisan soap. This product bleached my skin.
These ladies are confidently stepping out in their natural skin and they are not ashamed to be seen.
That makes me when I was like this. Whenever they see me now, the next thing is, are you sick? I'm not sick. I went back to factory reset.
But is this return making any difference on the large percentage of women who use bleaching products in Nigeria? According to the World Health Organization, 77% of Nigerian women use bleaching products. And if I did my research any correctly, that number hasn't changed even in 2025. If anything, it has actually gone up. Quite frankly, the return movement hasn't made any significant impact on the bleaching percentage in Nigeria because the amount of women who use bleaching products still greatly outweigh the ones who have stopped using them. In fact, many are still very much interested in using bleaching product that they are hurriedly typing in the comments, asking questions like, what product of cream please? What did you use? Where did you get the bleaching cream? It is crazy, but that is the sad reality that we are living. And just 2 months ago, it was on BBC News that a mother from Kano State, Nigeria, used bleaching products on all 6 of her kids.
My youngest child was barely 2 years old when I started bleaching him, and the scars have started showing on his skin. When I visit my mother, she shows more love to her other light-skinned grandchildren. But when I got the bleaching cream and started using it on them, they became lighter, and then she started bringing them closer to her.
It makes me wonder, is there really anything to celebrate that our girls are returning back to their natural skin when there's literally what's happening? But despite this, I believe this return in one way or another is impacting the lives of younger dark-skinned girls. The return has no doubt increased the number of empowered dark-skinned girls who are now serving as representation for younger girls. Little girls now get to see everyday girls that look like them, wearing their dark skin and being awesome, and it helps them to slowly start building confidence in their complexion. I posted a video on YouTube here some time ago, and in that video one of the comments said, my very little cousin was watching this video with me and she started crying. I asked her, why are you crying? And she responds, this girl is just too beautiful and I want to be like her and have her skin. The video in question that got this comment is this video right here. I can't play the audio of this video here so that I don't get copyrighted, but basically it's just a video of me appreciating my dark skin despite all of the challenges that I've had to go through as a dark skin girl. The interesting thing is that this video is obviously not one of those return videos, but the fact that it got a little girl to cry and appreciate the dark skin shows how much of an influence older girls can have on younger dark skin girls who haven't really even gotten to understand what it means to be dark skin. Their perception of their complexion and how they see themselves obviously changes, and this is one thing that we can't deny that this return is helping to achieve, because there are now a lot more of dark skin girls that are available to serve as representation for our younger girls. But let's pull back a bit. There is something that I think is important that we discuss. What are these girls returning to? In 2025, brands are still struggling to be more inclusive.
I can't believe we're still dealing with this in 2025. Dark skin girls, why is finding a foundation shade in a predominantly black country called Nigeria harder than finding a loyal man?
Tell me why I just realized there's no single brand with a bronzer shade dark enough for me. A bronzer, not contour. Even a contour shade, it's a struggle.
In this same 2025, dark skin girls are still being bullied and discriminated against for being dark skinned. I mean, not too long ago, we saw the whole drama unfold concerning the lead girl in Rema's new music. And again, I can't play the audio of this video so that I don't get copyrighted, but basically this is one of the highlights of all the craziness that was involved in Halimatu's and Rema's new music video shenanigans. Plus, there are some crazy comments as well. And it's so funny to me that the title of this song was "Is It a Crime?" and Halimatu literally had to cry, "Is it a crime to be dark skinned?" That's the sad reality, and it just goes to show that the girls aren't returning too much because a lot of things that led them to bleach their skin in the first place is still very much present. That being said, as much as the girls are returning back to being dark skinned, I think the dark skin isn't something we're meant to return to. It is something that we're never meant to live in the first place. And this new wave of women embracing their complexion is something that is very inspiring. I love it. I'm here for it. And I truly wish that it goes deeper than just the surface. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this return? Are you returning yourself? Please share where you are in your return journey and let's have a chat in the comments. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.